Have you ever wondered why some people believe that moonwalking is nothing more than a myth? It's true, there is a small portion of society that questions the historical events surrounding the moon landing and the act of walking on the moon. But where does this skepticism come from? Let's delve into some of the reasons why people think moonwalking is a myth. One of the main arguments put forth by skeptics is the lack of visible stars in the photographs taken on the moon. They argue that since there is no atmosphere on the moon, the stars should be clearly visible in the pictures. However, what they fail to consider is the technical limitations of the cameras used during the Apollo missions. These cameras were designed to capture the bright lunar surface, making it incredibly difficult to capture faint stars in the background. Moreover, the exposure settings were adjusted to properly expose for the astronauts and their surroundings, further diminishing the chances of capturing the distant stars. Another point often brought up by skeptics is the absence of a crater beneath the lunar module. According to them, the powerful engines used during the landing should have created a significant impact crater upon touchdown. However, the moon's surface is composed of a layer of fine dust called regolith, which is easily compressed and doesn't behave like loose soil on Earth. The engines, designed specifically for landing on the moon, were engineered to spread their thrust across a large area rather than concentrating it in a single spot, minimizing the potential for a visible crater. Some skeptics also question the American flag that was planted on the moon's surface by the Apollo astronauts. They argue that the flag appears to be fluttering, suggesting the presence of wind, which is impossible in the vacuum of space. However, the apparent motion of the flag was simply the result of its initial deployment. The flag's horizontal rod had a horizontal wrinkle, and when fully extended, caused the flag to appear as if it were fluttering. NASA even conducted experiments in a vacuum chamber to support this explanation. Lastly, some skeptics question the ability of humans to survive the harsh environment of space. They argue that the intense radiation present in space would have been lethal to the astronauts. While it's true that space is filled with harmful radiation, the Apollo missions were carefully planned to minimize the astronauts' exposure. The lunar module acted as a shield, protecting the crew members from much of the radiation, and the missions were strategically timed to avoid periods of high solar activity. In conclusion, there are various factors that contribute to the belief that moonwalking is nothing more than a myth. However, upon closer examination, many of these arguments can be debunked with scientific evidence and a better understanding of the technical and environmental challenges faced during the Apollo missions. The moon landing remains a monumental achievement that pushed the boundaries of human exploration, and it's essential to approach any doubts with rational analysis and an open mind.